How to transcend Triguna based on Bhagavad Gita chapter 14. We have to transcend Triguna for peace and happiness, right? One can transcend all the activities of the modes of nature simply by understanding them properly, by learning from proper. So understanding and learning is very, very important here, and by the proper souls. You have to have the proper souls. Proper souls is one of our Tattva Gnana that we understand, right? So only then you can transcend. First you understand, you learn, and then you transcend. So these three words are very, very important here, right? First you understand, then you learn, then you transcend. That's the main thing, right? So the real spiritual master is Krishna. He is the Parama Yogi, who is the Adi Guru, Gurur Gurutamo Dhama, as said in the Vishnu Sahasranama, the real spiritual master. Spiritual master means one who belongs to the spirit world. You know, he doesn't belong to the material world. He's a spiritual master, the spirit, eternal spirit, right? Spiritual master. He is Krishna, the Lord Krishna, Yogeshwara Krishna. And in Bhagavad Gita, the real spiritual masters are imparting to Arjuna. We have to understand that, right? Similarly, it is from those who are fully in Krishna consciousness. That is, the proper soul means one who is fully in Krishna consciousness. That is a proper soul, or fully in Krishna consciousness. Learn this science. This is not some dugdugi. This is a science of activities in terms of the modes of nature. Right? Fully means a person is not in samsara consciousness or worldly consciousness. 24 hours, manmana bhavat makto. That is a kind of person. So transcending leads to approaching a master, that we have to understand. Transcending leads to approaching a master, which is, and then you have to know who is the adjectives of a good master also, right? That he is fully in Krishna consciousness and he is a proper soul. Then you can learn the science from the modes. Hmm? Otherwise, you get misdirection. You're not contacting the right souls and you'll be misdirected. The word here is very, very important. Misdirected. You'll be misdirected. But when you get a bona fide, it's a French word, bona fide spiritual master, then what happens is that know your spiritual position, know the material body, the senses, and how he's entrapped. See the entrapment. See the three modes are causing a spell, and we're entrapped. That we have to understand. You know the spell and entrapment here. Both words are very, very important. We are under the spell of these three gunas. That we have to understand, right? And only by a bona fide spiritual master. Because otherwise we are helpless in the grip of these modes. Like when you're getting a tantric effect, using Atharva Veda, if somebody can do a tantra effect on you, you're helpless. You don't know what is happening. People get strange diseases. Like that, ordinarily our life is in the grip of these modes. When we are in the grip of these modes, we are suffering the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. But you see your real position. When do you see your real position? When you see your real position by the help of the spiritual master, then you can attain to the transcendental platform beyond the modes. So there is an attainment of life in a higher energy beyond these three modes in Shuddha Sattva, right? Transcending it. Then you have a scope for spiritual life, not in the material atmosphere. You don't have a scope for spiritual life. You have to understand that. Oh. Our goal is to transcend, but for transcending, you need a spiritual master who is a bona fide spiritual master. And then you can see your real position, right? Reaching the transcendental platform, scope for spiritual life. So all these are very technically discussed. Actually, the living in it is not the performer. Now you come to the point that till now you're thinking that you are the performer, but actually I am not the performer of any of my activities. My body is running in auto mode. And we are forced to act many times because we are situated in a particular type of body. The body acts. The body and the particular mind gives you the desire, your tendencies, your aspirations. Everything is dictated by that. You are not in control. In a competition between these three modes of material nature, sattva, rajas, tama, you've been conducting, that you will come to know. This realization that I'm forced to act and I'm not really the performer. huh? That's the realization. So unless with the help of spiritual authority, there is a spiritual master, you cannot understand your real position, that of being controlled by the spell of the moods. Only with this association of spiritual master, you can see your real position. And then when you start seeing that the mode is the performer, you can get out, you can transcend. So then you can become fixed in Krishna consciousness. How Krishna is the all pervading living being, all pervading consciousness. And you can integrate into that consciousness. You can transcend the three modes of material nature. This is the goal of life, the human life. Animals cannot even think of understanding these three energies which are putting us in spell. But you can. This human life is an opportunity to transcend, by transcend and get out of these modes, get out of these negative emotions. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, birth, death, old age, disease are all properties of these modes. Please understand. You have to come out of this. It's a hopeless situation otherwise. You have to come out. You have to shout. You have to cry for Krishna. And the holy names of Krishna will pull you like the Kantara effect. The holy names of Krishna will pull you, will enter, will pump in you the spiritual energies and pull you out of the entanglement of the spell. You know. Thank you very much. I think this is one particular aspect I want to deal with of chapter 14 based on that when you see that I'm not the doer, Gunebyah Kartaram. Gunebyah Kartaram means gunas are doing everything. And the Lord is beyond the gunas, and there is a person who is beyond the gunas. Everybody in this world is conditioned by the gunas, but there is a person who is beyond the gunas, and that is Krishna. Then you attain his nature, Madbhavam Adhigacchati. Krishna's nature. Isn't it wonderful, folks? You can attain the wonderful nature of Krishna, which is Sachidananda, and life will full of bliss. Get liberated. Be serious. Understand the trick of the modes, like the Shakuni effect. There is a trick of the modes. Daiviyesha Gunamai, Mahamaya Duratya. It's very difficult to overcome these gunas, but then by surrendering to Krishna Nama, you can overcome. Hare Krishna.